how are you? What's up, guys? Welcome to Ruined Car Revival. I'm Yummy, and we got some interesting things happening today. As you can see, something I'm holding right now says BK Performance on it. If you guys don't know what this is, you can probably stop the video and Google it if you want. You don't have to though. You can just watch the video. If you've never seen these videos before and you're wondering what this is where I take this Mustang right here, which has been ruined by water and other things, and I revive it, hence Ruined Car Revival. When I get done with this car, I'm selling it to someone for $10. You would want to be part of this and be able to have the car for $10. All you have to do is click the Patreon link down in the description or at the top comment of all the comments. Head over there, become part of the pit crew, and, you know, hang out and have a good time. But yes, today marks the first day and we start getting into engine work, and we start getting into the exterior of the vehicle. Now, I know some of you guys know the inside is not complete yet. However, we are going to take a brief break on the inside just to start doing things on the outside. So, we are going to be giving away a Honda Grom, a knockoff. It's basically a knockoff of Honda Grom. I don't have it yet. I'm going to be getting it sometime this month. In order to have the Honda Grom, what we're going to do is there's going to be posts that are put on the Patreon. Basically, the post is going to be something along the lines of something like this. It's going to be kind of like this formatted. It's going to be formatted something like this. It's just going to be kind of a post that says something about this is the first post for the Honda Grom giveaway. And basically, all you have to do in that is comment or answer the question on the thing. It's not a yes or no question. It'll be opinion based. All I'm looking for is that you commented on that for that amount of time. So there'll be like 4 or 5 posts, and if you comment on every single post, I'll possibly sell you that Honda Grom for $5. If you comment on every single post, that's what's gonna happen. So if you do that, watch for it. It's gonna happen sometime this month. If not this month, mid-month. You're gonna know it's gonna start happening if you're a Patreon. So make sure you Patreon. I'm giving away a freaking new bike, guys. It's a brand new bike. Who can complain about a brand new bike to the front of the vehicle? Guys, if you already don't know what's in this blue box, this is a cold air intake system. Although it will probably need a tune at some point. And we're gonna do longer down the line when we do like an exhaust and anything else we do engine-wise. This right here is the air box of the Mustang. This is a stock one. You can see how dusty it is and nasty. I told you guys we did order a new hood. With that hood, it is going to be an airflow hood. I'll go ahead and give that away now. It's going to be very important to have a cold air intake because the air is going to be coming in, which is going to help the horsepower and torque. Granted, it's not going to be huge numbers, but you have to start somewhere, and this is one of the ways to give your V6 Mustang a little more power. Air intake we're putting in is BK Performance. I chose this cold air intake off of just basically reviews. I went through and looked at like the K&Ns and all the other ones that were there, and I liked the reviews on this one the most. I liked how people liked it without a tune, and I liked how people liked it with a tune. Obviously, we'll get a tune eventually, but what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start the car before we put this in and rev it up to here to see if we got any noise difference just from a revving standpoint. So we're gonna open this up and see what we got in here. So before we go ahead and install this part, like I said, it's from BBK. We are actually going to start the car. I want to start the car, have you guys line up with the exhaust. I'm going to rev it a little bit, and we're going to see if we can tell any difference. Paint it with the stock air box and with the BK cold air intake. And there is someone sawing something outside, so sorry if you hear like, because it's happening out there. Exactly a how-to video. I'm more of just going to do it and show you guys, but right now we are going to remove the actual air box, which is this part right here and this hole to the throttle body, and it's going to involve taking off this little cover here to the radiator. And once we get that, I'll stop and show you guys how we're exactly installing this stuff. So we're going to go ahead and start taking off all this stuff, This is intimidating. No, it isn't. I got this, right? No, I don't. Someone help me!
If I'm being completely honest, that was a pain in the ass. Everything was pretty much easy. It's just like any other cold air intake. I put one on my truck when I used to have it. Everything was simple, you know, it's just like the couplers and the clamps and stuff like that. The hardest part is getting this filter to sit because it's not perfectly aligned right here. It's just how it's manufactured. They should probably make the hole a little bigger. That's what she said. This doesn't fit perfectly. However, after a bunch of pushing and like moving the pipe around and stuff like that, I got it to fit perfectly. The thing isn't moving at all. You can see it's not gonna come loose from there. But now, I wanna hear how this thing starts. Not a whole bunch louder. It is a tad louder. It's gonna be harder to hear in the video than it is in person. However, you'll notice that when you have an aftermarket exhaust on it, which is what we're gonna be doing at some point. You guys know this is probably the last month of kind of doing things here. We're probably gonna be moving over to Amber's Paul's house. I have to ask permission to go there. We're gonna be transporting the car there. He has a drive-on car lift. We're gonna start dropping the transmission out of it and changing out transmission parts. Hopefully that's the only thing that's wrong with the car. I'm not really optimistic that that's the only thing wrong with the car. However, after this month, the goal is to get this thing to start moving and flowing like it should. We started with the cold air intake, get rid of that old air intake, which you can see sitting on the table right there. It was ugly, nasty, and needed to go. So we got a nice new brand new one in there. Probably transport it over there. After it's transported, we'll do things like all the fluid changes. We're gonna change out every single fluid that's in here, from oil to transmission to, of course, the blinker fluid, am I right? Seriously, we are gonna change out all of that stuff. All the fluid is gonna be changed out. After the fluid is changed out, well, like I said, we're dropping the transmission out of the car. We're gonna work on it on a table. I'm gonna buy a clutch and throw out bearings and everything else that goes in the transmission. We're gonna get all that stuff and switch it all out. After that's all switched out, we're gonna try to drive it, see what happens. If it does not drive properly, obviously there's gonna be something else wrong. I'm really hoping that the transmission was really what was wrong with the car. I'm hoping that it's just the clutch. The car does move, so I'll take some opinions here. The car moves. I can go straight in first gear. However, it only goes up to so far. I can rev the car all I want and the RPMs will be shooting up and stuff like that, but the car won't go past like about 5 miles per hour. Like it's like the clutch isn't catching. There's nothing catching those RPMs to let it go. So I think that's clutch, but if there's anyone out there that knows a little thing or two more than me about cars and could tell me that and know that that's the clutch, that'd be great. Basically, next month's goal will be to get this thing moving. After this thing is moving, the next goal would be to finish on the outside. Change out things like the headlights, the taillights, and vinyl wrap it. Get the thing looking so nice, and new wheels, tires, and the thing will be ready to roll out, which will be really exciting. We're not done with this episode yet. I know that took a little bit. It took a while for me to do that, but I got one more little small thing we're gonna throw in this episode. This part we're about to do is probably the biggest thing we've done to the car yet. It's really gonna be crazy, and it's gonna get really intense, so I hope you guys are ready for a long video. It's time to change the antenna. So we're changing the antenna. I know this is so exciting. This is I'm doing this more out of a satire type thing, because people always complain that I don't do enough on the videos, or some people do, and because they don't realize that, I don't have all that amount of money to be able to do it. God damn it, how's this come loose? Well, here's what's on the car. This big, long, huge antenna from like 1999. Yeah, we're getting rid of that. And just like that, we have a chode antenna. That makes a really cool noise. Maybe it was something small, but you know what? It means a lot. We got that big antenna off, and now there's a small, tiny antenna replacing it. Keep it much more modern, like, I don't know, a Lotus. Joke's on me, the Lotus is older than the Mustang. Just hang in there. Next month is gonna get very interesting. We are starting to work on some of the internals. I have a lot of crap inside that is coming this month. Guys, I've ordered a crap ton of stuff at once. So we're still on the exterior this month. I actually wanted to work on something else today, but I couldn't do it due to not having help. I really needed DRZ or Thumper to help me with this next part, which you guys will see on Monday is when that video will come out. And yes, it has something to do with the tires and wheels. And yes, I'm excited. We have that, and then we have that. Okay. Yeah, this month's gonna be great. Like I said, I'm gonna need your guys' support. I'm gonna really need a lot of help. If there's any mechanics out there, we are going to be trying to get this car moving and functioning through every single gear that it has, and that is coming next month. Right now, we are getting the car ready to go up there. Due to the condition of the wheels and tires, I'm afraid to even roll this thing anywhere. So that's what we're working on next, to get those all set in place and not scary to pop, possibly. There, get it on a trailer, get it up to her pawpaws on top of a mountain. That should be really interesting. And we'll get the clutch work. And God, I'm gonna need help. So I hope you guys are ready to help me. It actually works out perfect, guys. My school ends April 30th. So I kind of planned this around this. Planned it so the really hard stuff I get to now do in the summer. So I have, I'm gonna be done with school April 30th. That way, after this month is over with the stuff in here, I can move it to a separate area, and I don't have school. So I can go up there freely Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, whenever I want, and not worry about school. Now, if I had to do work like that getting up there, it'd be very, very difficult for me. School is about to end. I'm out for the summer. Things are getting serious. This car is not gonna last much longer. Make sure you guys are watching the Patreon page. I'm going to start posting things about this Honda Grom thing giveaway. I'm going to start doing that, so you guys need to pay attention to that, because once I get that in, which will probably be next month as well, you guys will get to have a Honda Grom. I can't wait. Guys, hopefully this video wasn't too short. There was something else. My hands are completely filthy. It took me probably about 2 hours to do this, so I don't want to throw anything else into this episode because it will be like a 30-minute long video, and I don't need that. Guys, make sure you subscribe, like, and comment. Let me know what you think about the questions I asked, and I'll see you guys on the next Ruined Car Revival. Make sure you guys go join that Patreon and be part of that pit crew. Later, guys.